Before the sun stretches too high into the sky, I like to meet my garden in its quiet hour. The air is softer then, and everything feels unhurried. This morning I'm harvesting cowpeas and African nightshades. Food that has grown patiently, leaf by leaf, under careful tending. There is something deeply grounding about uprooting what you planted weeks ago. A quiet reminder that time and consistency always bear fruits. Hello, friend. Welcome to another vlog. This is Simply Coming. I bring you content on home, gardening, and lifestyle. Is this your first time here? I hope you love it already, and I encourage you to hit the subscription box. To my return subscribers, hola! It's nice having you back. I hope you've been well. Today's vlog is just therapeutic, and I hope as I enjoy working on my garden and harvesting, spending time together with nature, I hope this also presents an opportunity for you to join me in my garden and offer you a much needed reset. My name is Kami. I'm happy to have you here. After harvesting, I sit down with my cousin Morethi, who is visiting. We separate the leaves from the stalks slowly, intentionally. It's the kind of work that asks for conversation, the kind that flows easily between laughter, memories, and catching up. Gardening has a way of bringing people together, not just around the harvest, but around the process. It's the time spent together. So we caught up. It's been a minute since we've been together. And working with our hands together offered an opportunity for us to bond. Where do you watch my content from? I'd love to know. I come to you from Kenya. This is a beautiful country in the east of Africa. So where are you? I'd love to know. Next, I begin saving seeds from the African nightshade. This vegetable is also known as the black nightshade. Do you have this in your country? Do you? And if you do, how do you cook it? What do you eat it alongside? I'd love to know. These seeds hold stories because they're heirloom seeds. Heirloom seeds especially carry history. Passed down season after season, adapted to the soil, the climate, the hands that plant them. Saving them feels like preserving more than just food. It feels like preserving memory, resilience, heritage. I'll sun dry them carefully and store them for the next planting season, which is soon because we are likely to have our long rains starting in a couple of weeks. This is a promise to the future. With the space now cleared, we dig compost trenches. Back into the soil goes the stalks we won't cook, along with organic scraps from our kitchen. Oh, but alafu nasikia vile ni kugumu, kumbe ni kama tupa tu hiyo isikujalisha. With organic gardening, nothing goes to waste. Everything returned. Covered gently, the earth begins its quiet work of decomposition, turning yesterday's remains into tomorrow's nourishment. We tidy the backyard where we have been working, restoring calm to the space that feeds us. Leo nimejitolea. Hii itadonjo. Now it's time to light the jiko. The familiar crackle of charcoal signaling the next step from soil to fire. I wash the vegetables thoroughly, placing them into the pot to cook. Fresh, organic, freshly harvested just a few moments ago. This is garden to table, fork to soil, and back again. Sustainable living, not in big dramatic gestures, but in small, steady rhythms. In tending, in returning, in cooking. And in these simple everyday chores, I find my rhythm. There is something sacred about growing your own food, about touching the soil that feeds you, about knowing where your nourishment begins. In a world that moves so fast, my garden teaches me to slow down. And this is where I end today's vlog. See you on the next one. Ciao.